Hello, everyone. My name is Bernardo Teixeira, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about this web application that I've created for the web design class in Northeastern. The name of this application is Simuly, and it would be held by this company called Stack1. The idea of the website is I build a stock simulation game, which is a little bit different than the ones that you have today in the market. You probably know the Market Watch game or the stock market simulation game that you can access today. Both of those applications, they're based on real-time trading. That means that you can only trade stocks in whenever the markets are open and you're trading real companies with real names. The approach that I took for this stock market simulation game is a little bit different in a way that it's based on rounds rather than real time. And it's based on fake companies or real companies with fake names. And basically users that play this, it's like if you went back 10 years ago and you're able to see the financial statements of each company, you're able to analyze each company as it was 10 years ago, and you can decide which companies to invest or not. Each round is worth, it's a year worth of trading. So it is designed for long-term investors and for long-term analysis. So let's get started. You can first register. There are two types of users in my game. You can either be a game creator or you can be a game player. Basically, what game creators do is that after they register, they can create new games and they can manage those games to make sure that players are not being abusive. They can kick players out of the game, or they can invite new players for a different type of game. So let's create one game creator. Let's call him Charlie. 25. Charlie at gmail.com. Charlie Shin. Charlie. And let's call this Simuly 1. All right, so here in the profile, Charlie can update his username, he can update his email address, he can update his first name. Maybe he doesn't want to be called Charlie anymore, he wants to be called Bob. And that should reflect in the database. The other thing that Charlie can do, he can manage the games. Right now he only has one game, is the Simuly 1. And the status of the game is open since he just started and there's no one that has joined this game. You can also take a look here at the portfolio section. Basically, here is going to show every single portfolio that is in the games for Charlie. Since no one has joined any of the games that Charlie has created, the portfolio section is empty. Just to show a little bit of what he can do, let's create another game. It's called Simuly 2. Now Simuly 2 is created. It's also open since no one has started the game. And here you can change the name. Let's call it Simuly 10. And then see it's reflected in the database. Now this game is called Simuly 10. Let's register now as a game player. So let's call him Adam. Gmail.com. His first name Adam, last name Mendes. Adam. Now Adam is gonna join, and he's gonna join Simuly 1, which was a game that Charlie created. So now, same thing in the profile. He can update everything that is available to him. Adam has a portfolio. He just started this game, so he doesn't have any portfolio holdings. He starts with $1,000 of cash. and he starts with 0% return. In order to have a company in his holdings, he goes into trading. And inside trading, he has all the options available to invest in this game. All the names of the companies are randomly generated, and they're picked randomly from this database that I've created for companies. So in this case here, you can look, usually price earnings or PE is an indicative of companies that may be trading for a very cheap price. So in his strategy that he decided to pursue in this game, he's going to invest in a company that has the lowest PE, which is FalWasp Head. So let's take a look at FalWasp and see what kind of company is this. So this is a company that produces a return on invested capital of around 11%, but is expected to increase by 15% and has been growing at 0.6%. Maybe he thinks that this is attractive and that the very low PE with a very high return on invested capital is something attractive. So he can go back to trading. He can go to FalWasp Head and he can trade this company. So let's, to buy this company, he presses the plus button and it opens up this pop-up, which he can decide how many shares he wants to invest. So in this case, let's say he wants to invest 50% of his portfolio into this stock, which is around $500. He can now press execute. Execute is going to take it back to his portfolio. And now you can see that he has this holdings of 24 shares of FalWasp Head, which total amount to $491, which is 49% of his portfolio. So now Adam created his portfolio. He's happy with the holdings that he created. Now he can advance around. So by advancing around, he can see how much this stock has performed in this round. In this round, the stock has gained 48%. It used to be 20.46% in the previous round, and now it's 30.21. He still has the same amount of shares, and the total value of this portfolio has increased by 48%. He can keep doing the same thing. See, now he lost 44%. The stock price has plunged from 30.21 to 11.45. He can keep doing this until he reaches the 9th turn. And you notice here that in the relative return per turn, it saves each turn of how much he gained or how much he lost. So he can have an idea of how well he is performing over time. So now that we reach turn 9, we can press less turn to end. Basically, every single game that I've created is defaulted to have only 10 turns. And once you press here, he's going to end the game for this portfolio. But before we end this game, I just want to show how the ranking works. Here in the Simuly 1's ranking, he can compare his performance against every single one of the players that were in this game. Since this game only had 1 user, it's just him with a rank of 1. And it tells the status of the game. Since the game is still undergoing, the game is passable. And it can give some performance ratios like Sharpe ratio, the relative return against the S&P 500, and the total return of the portfolio, and how much cash he has remaining. So now if we go back and press less turn, so notice here, it took you back to ranking, so you can have a final analysis of how well he performed against the S&P 500 and how much he has performed against his peers. Now he has the option to either live the game or continue in this page forever. If he does decide to leave the game, it's going to take him to this page, which is register for another game. So now he can either register for another game and start the process all over again, or he can just log out and carry on with his life. So in this case, I'm just going to show you real fast. If he does decide to join another game, he's going to, let's join this game, Simuly 10, and he's going to start the process over again. Portfolio is completely empty. He has a completely different set of companies. Notice that the company that he invested in the previous game is not here anymore. That's because it auto-generate the name of the companies and auto-select the companies from a different set of companies before. Adam can log out, and there you go. This is my application. I hope that you guys really like it, and I would like to know any feedback from you. Thank you. Ooh.